Okay, guys, this is another above classified and above classification situation that I went through. And, I don't like talking about this kind of stuff because it's quite frankly, you even see the date on there happened last year. These are not happy times. Now, of course, they say it's a blown switch, but as you'll see here, your leaders say that it was basically, you would see that it was in due fact a punch that did this. Okay. You guys would never hear about this. They said, "Oh man, does he hit that hard to be able to knock power out, knock a building down, cause an earthquake?" Absolutely. They've known it for some time, and that's why I'm going through all this. Okay. Now, all right. Now, I see hundreds of detainees in the summer heat, deployment backup generators, and all this. Had distributed water. The generators were out. All right, but you'll later see that it had nothing to do with a switch. It had everything to do with what you're seeing right here. Bam. Knocking down the entire structure. And what was so scary about this, I'm going to just be quite frank with you, was that I originally thought, I said, well, if they keep locking me up, one surefire way to stop them from locking me up is to just knock the building down. So God concurred. And man, what happened next was the most controversial thing. What caused the quake in 2025. Jail that lasted, like I was telling you guys, 30 to 60 seconds. After I made contact with that humongous pole, when I tell you, the quake was so powerful, it damn near knocked me off. It knocked me off balance. It's just tell it like it is. I damn near toppled on, fall on my face. And I said, man, see, this is brief shaking of the county jail was almost certainly caused by a small local earthquake or a very strong microseismic event rather than a major tectonic quake. Now, we're going to stop right there. It just told you what happened. Now, mind you, this is big news. I'm always tell you the truth, man. I ain't got to lie to you. When I tell you I almost knocked that prison down, that's exactly what happened. God gave me the strength to do it. You see? And then it says the intensity, while lasting only seconds with limited shaking, are often shallow, small magnetic events that occur along local faults in this area of activist bullshit. But then if you look further, it tells you it was not a major plate boundary, but it lies within the new Madrid seismic zone, a region of high historical earthquake risk in the central U.S. The zone has produced this and that, and smaller events can still occur here. But that's not, again, it told you prior to that. Then it says microseismic. I'm going to let you guys read this. Okay. Well, it told you earlier what happened. Okay. Jails and other large buildings can amplify. I said about 4 or 5 other buildings that were damn near toppled over can amplify and transmit vibrations more easily than open areas, making even small quakes more noticeable. Well, if you hit something hard enough, you'll cause an earthquake. See, that's what it told you that. Now, mind you, this stuff is above top secret. Okay. And the thing that was crazy is God can do it even when you're sick. I was sick as hell, like I am now. But God allowed me to do it. I said, they lock me up one more time, I'm going to knock the whole structure down to where they can't do it anymore. No. See. Now, the one that's unrelated, this quake was like 6.9. The one we did, as you'll see earlier, it lasted 30 seconds and all that, was in the 4s. But it was almost like a small, shallow local, you heard this, microcosmic events triggered by stress changes. Come on, man. In the New Madrid seismic zone, producing only seconds of shaking, but not enough to notice inside the building. That's a lie. This thing was so big, they put it in Wikipedia. Okay. And it tells you the date, September. It happened in September. One happened this happened a few times, but there was another one that happened, I believe, in July. This happened a few, but this was the biggest one. Okay. Now, what I'm basically saying is that this stuff would not have been there. Okay, this stuff would not have been there, like I said, if it had not been significant. People say, could he have hung with these big professionals? Are you crazy? Of course. I'm not going to go through all this, but look at this. See, look at all this. Earthquake felt in parts of Cobb County, Courier. Did you feel that? Saturday, earthquake. Okay. Marietta, Cobb County. Now look, 2025, the residents felt 30 to 60 seconds, a magnitude of 4.1. Timber Center, roughly 13 miles southeast of this and that. But it wasn't even that. It happened in Marietta and it spread out. That's what happened. Now, come on, man. See, often in areas of active tectonic deformation or where faults are and all this other shit that they're trying to say. They're saying fault rupture characteristics, length and speed and rupture affect how long the ground shake. That ground shake like that, you in some trouble. So they try to say no damage. No, that was damage caused. It just told you the power went out. But there was also structural damage too. They were moving people out of certain towers and putting them in other places. Now, this one says that Cobb County was startled by an unusual earthquake that rattled several southeastern states. At the 4.1, and you can download, you see the sound waves there. You can actually download and actually hear what it sounded like. It sounded like a punch. And these are just all the other things that you can research yourself. News break, all this shit here. Okay. You can look this up. Here you can actually research right there the sound waves of it. They don't want you to know all this. And then they're going to get to lying on you. But you could look all this stuff up, man. Yeah, man, they'll get to lying on you, so you got to be careful. Yeah, did you feel that? Yeah, you damn right you did. And then you got all the links that you can go to. They try to say, oh, there's no evidence of it. Yeah, I showed you the evidence. But this is interesting. The Cobb County Jail Complex located is a medium security, it's maximum security. County jail capacity of almost 2,000 is designed to be safe and secure in routine operations. Operations continue without interruption from seismic events of this magnitude. Yeah, see, they'll tell you what I'm talking about. Yeah, see, they gonna told you. You just gotta want to believe. Yeah, see, here's all the stuff, man. The Georgia Gazette spoke on it. It was a big thing, but it was hushed up. The jail roster, see, the same thing. Okay. It was about 1 million square feet under the roof. See, I'm telling you, man, they'll tell you just why just then, right? Earthquake felt 4.1. All right. Shook parts of the whole damn county. Whole city almost fell. It shows you how God works. And then after that, the arrest stopped. There's no more of that jail shit because the jail was about to be destroyed by God. See? That's why I tell you, God to take care of it, man. He would do it or he'll give you the strength to do it. Literally. Look at that shit. They try to blur it out. Come on, man. Yeah, all this stuff is, above top secret. They're not gonna put it, but they did put it out. This happened a year ago. Man, and yeah, 30-second quake almost destroyed Cobb County Jail. 2025. Jail destroyed. And look, and then they say this. It was reported the Cobb County government issued a statement saying, there was no damage reported, but it's called a gentle but powerful reminder of Mother Nature, of God's. And then residents were quick to take a messaging and social media to talk about it. That's where you can hear what the quake sounded like. That was the punch right there. So they'll show you all the shit that you can go to. See? It was a reminder that God is coming after your behind. So when you hear them say, we don't know, he just an amateur. Could he have hung with these guys? Nigga, I damn near knocked the whole building down. So that don't even make sense. Damn near knocked the whole goddamn building down. He talking about, did I have the strength to go up against a professional? You crazy as hell? Look, seismic displays, earthquakes, hazard programs. Okay? Something like this. This is where you can look it up. And you can hear, like I said, you can hear what's going on in these links right here. I'm going to bring you back to this one right here. This one was the most convincing right here. That right there. That link, yeah, CobbCountyCourier.com. But there's many links, like I said. You'll find it. Stay tuned.